Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I am your host, Mr. Graven. If I sound different today and I'm running behind, it's because I had a root canal. So yes, I sound way different. It's because half of my tongue is numb. So, blah blah. So I feel weird. Plus, I feel like I got this little bit of like that drool going on the side. It's like, oh snap, this sucks. So I'm on DCUO today. I got quite a bit to do. I have like 9 more days for the event, and I'm trying to get caught up on feats. So besides the events this week, what I would like to do is try to get feats out of the way, especially when you start hitting the higher tiers. Now keep in mind, damn, a root canal was rough. Hope all was well. Thank you, Cal. Yeah, it was unexpected. I wasn't ready for it, to say the least. 2 hours in the dentist chair sort of sucked. But hey man, you got to deal with it, right? It's part of, I'm getting older. My enamel's starting to, like, no matter how much you brush, like, as you get older, the enamel starts wearing down. That's kind of my problem. It's just an age thing. So what the heck, man? That thing just disappeared. Like nobody was even here. It's like just poof, gone. But yeah, it was rough. But I'm through it. I got like 3 hours of numbing. So yeah, it's crazy. So yeah. So this week, what I want to try to do on my main, and what's nice about things is I can actually take some time now as I'm progressing through my content and try to backtrack feats. In the games that you're going to be like coming back into or playing for the first time, I tell people, don't try to get overworked on what type, how much content you need to get done. Enjoy the content and then backtrack what you're supposed to do, because we have diminishing returns on our SPs, which is our skill points. So for every 100 feat points, we get 1 skill point. But skill points into our specking, how we spec for our AA system in this game, has diminishing value. And every game does have it. And it's usually, if there is some sort of AA system, that's where you will find more derived diminishing values. So this week I'm definitely going to approach on this. Now there are a lot of upcoming good changes for Elder Scrolls and PvP, especially with shield system. Now a lot of people are a little mad about it, and they're like, why didn't they just cancel out one shield with another apply? Well, that goes back to source coding. So the source, and I do apologize trying to hold a conversation while this is occurring. So I am sorry. But it goes back to source coding. But I think they actually are heading in somewhat of a right direction to keep people from being like invincible and putting some relevance back to the PvP. So I feel like it's in the right direction. Is it going to be perfect? No. But with these upcoming changes and one more change, I do hope to go back to Elder Scrolls full time in the near future. But I'm enjoying the content. And I really enjoyed coming out this weekend the way I did, because I got a lot of hate on it, but it kept true to who I am as a content creator, and people love to hate people, so why shouldn't I be the bad guy? I've always been the bad guy. I've always been the person that people want to blame for something. And I feel like, okay, that's actually something. That's kind of like my thing. I can be real. I don't have to be fake. And people don't need to like me. And the people who enjoy the content, no matter what I do, will appreciate in the context in which I'm coming out with content. So that is why I came out the way I did this weekend. People were kind of like, and I got rid of some, and that was the whole point. The whole point was to get rid of the weak-minded, the people who are only here for a specific reason and don't see what I'm truly offering my community. And at the end of the day, I don't want fake viewers. I want viewers who are willing to grow and communicate on an even playing field, because I learned from my community members as well. So, and that's what I want from being a content creator. I want to have that interaction with my community, not to be dominating my community more or less. And when people start learning and they grow and they understand the dynamics of whatever product they're playing, whether we're playing it together or not, that allows them to engage in a conversation and have a new perspective on it. So, like, there's a rebuttal type, we can debate and rebuttal and have deeper conversations about what's going on in any said product. So that to me is the most important aspect to the content I'm providing, not just a one-sided aspect to say that it is specifically this way and there is no room for debate. The problem of it is knowledge is power, and to empower oneself, you must acquire the knowledge. So the people who go on YouTube who just mindlessly follow players and don't debate debate the content creators' content are taking that as an absolute. And sometimes that's not the case. So that's something I really, really, really wanted to get rid of, was the weak-minded players, or the players who specifically want me to bow down to their whims and to whatever they want to do. Because at the end of the day, I'm a human being, right? We all are. You might not like a game I'm playing, and that's fine. But why are you watching me versus anybody else? That becomes the question. Do you like the content in which I'm doing, or do you want to, just follow someone to have that? Turbo, what's up, brother? I had a root canal, so I do apologize about my slurred speech. My tongue's half numb. But see, and this is what I love about you guys. Because it doesn't matter if you play this game that I'm playing right here. You come in here and we have conversations. That's what I want for my community. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a community in which no matter what product, we can have these open conversations. Hey, have you checked out this game? My one viewer who's playing, I was thinking about getting Final Fantasy. Because a couple people have been asking me about it. And I was like, I tried the 11, but I didn't try 14. I'm like, maybe I should check that out. I mean, I've seen it, and my one friend had it. So I was like, that's a good idea, right? Because there are a lot of products out there. And I want to be open-minded content creator. And I want open-minded viewers. Okay, I got that. I do, like I said, this might not be very exciting for people to watch me do the events and shit, but but yeah. So how are you doing, Turbo? I hope you're doing good. Like, I enjoyed PvPing with you also this weekend, Turbo. And that's the thing, man. I love if I left Elder Scrolls, it would never be permanently. I have too many connections, and like with you, Turbo, I play with you. I play with Gooch. I play with Duck. You guys mean the world to me. I get to play with content creators too, like A-Bomb and Elusive, and we can poke at each other, and it's all in good fun. People kind of take it serious, like we are serious. But like Ness come out with some video. Do I take it in a certain way? No, he does a totally different way that PvP than I do. And I think you made a very good point this weekend, Turbo. Like, not every build's set up to accommodate every scenario. And that's the truth. That is absolutely the truth. And that's what I love, man. I love the people I hang out with. I love the people I get to kick it with. People want to hate somebody. Why shouldn't I let them hate me? That's what I'm saying. Hey, go ahead, hate me. It's fine. I won't lose any sleep over it. Don't worry. And at the end of the day, as long as it's being controversy, right? People like it. I don't know why. Root canals are the worst. I'm sick as hell today. Can't hold anything down. Ooh, food poisoning, dude. I hope it wasn't a restaurant that gave you that shit. God, it seems like more and more, like when you go out to eat, you run the risk of food poisoning. And sometimes when you buy stuff from grocery stores too. Like my wife works at a grocery store. She's a butcher. So my wife she which is weird because she actually has a business degree, but she works in the meat department. I'm like, does it ever worry about like certain cases? And she's like, well, we got to make sure the temps are taken care of at all times, obviously, because if it hits over a certain temp, you know, it can start fucking getting bacteria and shit, you know, and that can make you sick. So, yeah, shit's serious. I gotta find Batwoman. Somebody had posted it, and I thought that was pretty cool. It was from last year's event. So I was like, nice, excellent. I'll use that shit. So, been crazy. Yeah, root canals, man, they suck. I hope you get better though, brother. Man, I hope that shit don't get serious. I know like people, it's like after one aspect of it ends, then you have the whole other aspect of dealing with shit too. Like, you know, like the shits afterwards. So after the puking and the whatever, then you got like, you know, that whole other end to deal with. I mean, pun intended, you know, but not a joke. Man, it sucks. Man, getting sick like that is the worst. Is the worst. Trying to even drink something, man, can get to you. I don't wish that on people. Okay, I think she couldn't. Sometimes can be over here in this building. I gotta watch out for her. She's a little elusive woman. Look, people are waiting for her right here. Because she can spawn. They're like, she shows up right here. Alright. There's another spot down here she could be at too. Like on the ground. I don't wait. I'll go looking for her. Whatever. Like I said, I'm trying to get feats done. Alright. She's not at this location. We'll find her. Shouldn't be too bad. Okay. She can be up and then over and whatever. I don't know if anybody's like a Batman fan, but honestly, the one thing, like, I feel like DC movies haven't been doing so well. Though I do think Aquaman looks badass. Like, the previews for Aquaman look sick. And then this game, I mean, it's not a coincidence, I don't think, but this game's coming out with a new DLC based on Atlantis. So I'm looking forward to it. Because I want to see if they add any new type of features in this game with that upcoming DLC. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm kind of pumped actually about it. I'm not going to lie. I could tell you some bullshit, but honestly, I'm pretty pumped. She could be on here, but I don't think she is. Okay. So I can check that location off the list. It's kind of my method behind this madness. So then I got 2 locations by the big T, as I like to call it. So she could be over here or down. I like to get back into PvPing in this game, but PvP in this game's got some issues. But I feel like maybe that's some content I also got to cover. You know, what's up with the PvP in DCUO? And to be honest, I was okay, but I mean PvP can be hit and miss quite a bit because there's different ways. Like you can build like a DPS spec from the gear. Switch your role with the T, keep some of the modifiers, drop the base modifier, increase your toughness like if you're in a tank mode, and then that helps give extra survivability. So alright, let me check it out. I do apologize. Like I said, I mean, I know this isn't fun, but I've got to do it. I ain't got too much of a choice because I got to get these feats in. I got to get them in. She's elusive. Alright. Damn it, man. Okay, and there's 3 around that one little block area. My tongue is just crazy. Right? No, right here. Right. Okay. She could be down here. It's like a bad scavenger hunt, man. Check the rooftops. Batwoman, jeez. Why would somebody have like a door on a roof? Alright. She could be over here too. It usually takes me about 10-15 minutes to get this one done. It's all about the feats at the end of the day. You'll do it. You'll dislike it, but you will do it if you play this game. Trust you and me. You'll be like, why am I doing this again? Because I need the feats. Yeah. I remember. Exobyte, I'll just get it now. I'm looking up that other thing. Alright, so we checked those buildings. Straight across, green on the floor, and then down. Let's go check it out. She can kind of be down here. And there's a place straight down. Alright. Where you at, Bat Chick? I'm tired. I want to do other stuff. Okay. She can be right down here. Exobytes everywhere. I'm telling you, get these two upgrades. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright. Supposedly it's one down here. Potentially. Alright. Open world. This is like the zones in this game. Okay. So when you get higher CRs, you get different versions of Gotham and Metropolis, which isn't bad. They got quests and a little grind and a little storyline associated with each zone, which is nice. I just feel like it's not as good as the open world. Like, I wish they would expand upon it, you know, to kind of give you like more of this open world feeling, even though it's instance based. So yeah, I don't think I've ever saw her up. Uh-oh. Thought I saw her for a minute, but I guess I didn't. My granddaughter's here with my daughter. And she can show up right here. You can always tell because there's people there. Okay, and then she can kind of be over here, I want to say. People just sit there and wait because she'll spawn. They'll be like, oh, just go AFK. I'll just stand here and sooner or later I'll get credit. I'm like, oh, hell no. Hell to the nizzo. Cannot do that shit. 1 second. Oh, it's ground. Okay, makes sense. Alright, supposed to be ground of this area. I usually fly around, make it like a pass or two, and then I'll drop down if I've already done this, and then just in case the dot's ambiguous. Doesn't really give a detailed location, just kind of a general. Okay, and then if I can't find her, then I move on. And you have to have this chick for 13 different days. So if you find her multiple times in a day, it doesn't count at all. So it should be around the top. There's another person waiting. Jeez. Okay. Now, this usually means I have to go to the other section of Gotham. If I've already checked out one section and she's not there. So she's usually like right here, it says. There's a chance she's down there. And I just go barreling down. Now, also, if you have R&D scanners, let's say you're new and you're doing this, you can get some R&D scanners. This would be a good time maybe sometimes to do that and farm your briefings. Or not R&D, your briefing scanners, not R&D. But if you have like briefing scanners, this would be a good time to be using stuff like that. Because then you're kind of doing flybys anyways, man. So those will give locations on the mini map where briefings are. And then you can go and collect your briefings. You can purchase, you don't need to get those. You can also look them up. So it's just a little, making it easier for you. But you can go in the marketplace and buy those scanners. Or you earn some when you're leveling up on a new tune. Oh, wow. My mouth is so, it's like a weird nummy. Alright. Okay, and then if I don't find her, then I'll look up another location. There's usually a couple locations around each central area, which makes it nice. So this area is not so bad. So I go from down and then over and over and over. And there's a whole little pile of dots and more located in this area. There she is.
Phantom Stranger and Tala are both dangerous, but I'll let them handle this. For now.
Boom. Done. Done. I'm dumb. Done. Okay. You should definitely stream a variety of games. ESO is tired. And you can always come back and do builds when they're update and fix the long ongoing problems that plague PvP. Absolutely, Turbo. That's why you're my brother. Mystic, are you going to get RDR2? I don't know, man. See, I'm glad you asked that, because there's a bunch of little stuff that people have been telling me about, like to check it out. Like I like to keep to the to that, but you were telling me about that, and I would like to check some things out for sure, because I feel like that's what I need to be doing. You know, and I know I was like ESO daily because that's what I did. Daily was just Elder Scrolls. That's why I call myself that. But definitely, you know, I feel like that's a product I probably checked out. Somebody was asking me to do Final Fantasy. I'd like to check out Final Fantasy just to get it and maybe do a year review about which products might appeal to certain type of players, you know, and what and categorize them appropriately, like the accessibility features, pros and cons to each product. I feel like that would be a really good service to people looking to get into new games. So that's kind of something I'm wanting to check out as well. Is what games, and that R2 game. H1Z1, like I have accessibility to that right now, but I haven't been playing it because I'm not really good at shooters. You know, I'm not good at shooter games. But one of my dudes was talking about that, and then my other dude, he got that new Black Ops. And I was watching him play it for a while, and it looked pretty good from a shooter's game. It looks definitely intense. It definitely has that battle royale feel, but Black Ops always kind of had that. But I mean, the gameplay is way faster. So there's a lot of features, but like them getting rid of campaign mode, I don't know if that was a good idea because they're not. It's not enough to suffice, and especially at a $60 price ticket. I was like, and then if you get the pass, so you spend about $120 for one game that doesn't even have campaign. And I'm like, if it ain't got a lore or background, I mean, what the hell? And of course, they had the zombie mode. I know some people like zombie mode, but if I play something, I'm not going to play like that for zombie. There's other games out there that can do that. So I definitely wasn't about that either. So I do have to do some raids on this tune too, because I'm trying to unlock some stuff. So we're going to queue up some stuff. Because I unlocked all this new shit, man, and I was pretty happy about it. That's where I feel like this game shines. You can get you know, a league or a guild. Guilds are called leagues in this game, and you can play through the content that aspect. But you can also play the game in a more casual atmosphere, which I felt was really good. I'll even do these ones. Okay, mainly heal on this dude. Okay. And I don't think I got my events. Maybe I did. Alright. I'll try to get those out of the way too. Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be a fantastic game. I've heard things, man. So I feel like there are, you know, there's a lot of like games that are going to be really good, and I usually try to stay to the MMOs. Try to, but I feel like there are a lot of multiplayer games that kind of border on that. Whether it's a true MMO or not, like the multiplayer features are so dynamic, like they're crossing the genres, you know.
Well thought, Donna. Your defenses would have impressed even the warlords of Okara. Oh, excuse me.
Like this doesn't have the upgraded version of like the 4K graphics. Like Elder Scrolls in 4K, man, looks phenomenal in the 4K areas. I'm not sold on Call of Duty Black Ops 4. They rejuvenated the same game since Call of Duty 2 in 2005. They just added perks and kill streaks, right? And that's the thing. Like, then they killed campaign. Campaign's gone on this new title. Like, at a $60 ticket, I don't know, man. That to me was like, I was like, oh, that's rough, man. Price marketing, I don't think was ideal. I mean, I understand the company's got to make money. Don't get me wrong, but how much are you trying? Are you trying to make a profit, or are you just trying to gouge your customer base? Trying to get every cent you can for the people who don't have patience until it goes down.
This is the last mistake you'll ever make. I'm gonna.
Wow, you guys all suck.
Alright.
Bring it, pal.
Adding Battle Royale to COD and acting like it's something different, kind of a cheap trick. Right. It's a fad thing. Right. But MMOs have been doing it for a while with battlegrounds and dungeons crawling and all that. Like, I honestly tell people, I feel like every popular MMO has taken something from another known product sooner or later. And they're doing that now with the Battle Royale stuff. But, you know, if you're going to do something like that, you want to add a twist, you know? Oh my, man. I think it's starting to wear off a little bit.
Excellent work, team. Let's take a moment to talk and enough with this child's play, alien girl. It's time to prove who the true Titan is. You two, face me if you're not cowards.
Munitions. Dude looks like G.I. Joe.
This right now.
Hey, tough guy.
I want that
You're
hat
not gonna let
on my
little
tune.
orphan alien tell you what to do, are you? Aren't you supposed to be Batman's son?
I am the heir of the demon and the Dark Knight, and you will show me respect even if I have to beat it from you. Robin's out of control. Beast Boy, shut down the simulation.
I'm locked out. That little psycho turned our simulator into a cage match.
I could use a warm-up. You're next, Tara. Alright, enemies deserve no quarter. I will show no mercy. Do not mock me. I'll kill you for that. Dad, if I get battle for you. Dad, won't you'll regret undermining me.
Don't you need to be super to be a superhero?
I merely wanted to evaluate if you were worthy to be on my team. What's going on? Oh no! The simulator has deactivated all the safety overrides.
Oh. Man, my jaw's feeling like I got punched. I think you should play Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. Devand. It's slow going in alpha stage right now, but it should be a throwback MMO to the days of serious risk and reward. And that's what it should be, shouldn't it? There should be like risk and reward. There should be. I feel like the element. I feel like everybody's getting, you know, participation trophies, you know, and everything these days. Man, my mouth. I'm telling you guys. I was like, I was debating not to do my show even today. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get on and do my thing. Even despite this. Man, but, ugh.
Ugh, something stinks in here. Oh, it's you guys. Think you're hot stuff.
Threat level 9,000.
Dude's beating it up.
I thought I had family issues. They want everything to be right.
Oh, wrong button. Munitions is badass. I have a munitions tune, and that thing is badass, like off the chain.
Titans, we have a problem. Something is wrong with the tower. All of our security and defense protocols are going haywire. I need eyes on the ground out there, ASAP. You heard the man. Titans together.
All right. So now I'm going back to the crib. We'll delete some stuff. We'll get rid of some stuff. Oh my. Yeah, it's definitely part of it's wearing off. I feel like I can feel the jaw pain from having the thing in my mouth. Jeez. Okay, now always what I do is I switch back to my main role, especially when I'm taking a look at upgrading, because that's my main role, or what I play mainly is a healer. I need the candy and play the tricks too. Get sort of bag space. Got a lot of these little buckets. All right. So anytime I scale new gear, I take a look. That's an increase. That's going to be an increase as well. That's a big one. This shouldn't be really. Okay, in Hades. See what we got. Bunch of healers. Don't need to heal, so we're gonna go deeps.
Cooperate with the members of Task Force X, or I yank the leash connected to that collar. Gods, spike them. Careful, this dog's bite is worse than its bark.
This is all based on the tank.
For Cerberus yet. We need to find something that can weaken him or strengthen us. I can't hold Cerberus back. He's on the move. Our best chance is to stay split up until we find the items of lore.
If the tank doesn't know what he's doing, this ain't going nowhere. I'm not gonna lie to you.
The living walk here, escape our our judgment for now, if you do us one favor. Take the weapon from this chest and use it to punish an escaped shade. Do this and we will bless your weapons with the power of Hades.
Don't.
If you surrender a block, you'll be given a boulder. Surrender a boulder and you'll be given a mountain.
This is the bitch. If he doesn't know what he's doing, we're screwed. Dumb tank just got himself fucking killed. Can't hit the Forge Master. Block and roll out.
That key will unlock a chest that holds a powerful cloak. We can use it to bolster our defenses.
I'll go for styles too. I think I need some styles on this too. I'm not sure. That 244 is just ripping. My internet just went shit.
I won't allow your passage. The judges grow old and soft.
If you surrender a block, you'll be given a boulder. Surrender a boulder and you'll be given a mountain.
Okay. Taking extra mark. My mouth.
Weapon has been bathed in the river Styx and will help us against Cerberus.
Tank's supposed to be in the water at all times. Don't need to go anywhere.
Now, let's teach the Hound of Hades a few new tricks.
If you're facing him, you want to move.
Guide my attack. Forgive me. That was a mistake.
Always want to be on the back or side of him. Get the creature handlers.
You're going down. Sorry, Fluffy.
Oh, nice.
Master and his nephew.
Cheat.
When you all are ready, we will meet the gods and find my mother.
Yeah, that 240 was ripping. Ripping. And we got a feat bonus out of it. Nice. So I'm going to check out this gear. Nothing I'm going to use just to make sure I didn't have the style, which I didn't. Good call. I think I had the belt though. Yeah. Alright. So anyways, I'm about to wrap this up. I'm in a lot of pain. A lot of pain. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm trying, like I said, I'm just trying to provide alternative solutions for players. Whether they play a product I'm playing, it makes no difference. I don't want to be the content creator that's stuck in one content or dictated what content to play. I feel there are a lot of players out there who might be looking for something. Like everybody, you know, what suits you, what doesn't, what do you like about a product, what don't you like a product. If you even watch my content to decide that that's something you're not into because of something, That's an also perk, right? That's also a benefit to you, because what might fit you as a player, it might not fit another player. That's the kind of content creator I've always wanted to be. That's the kind of content creator I wanted to give players options in Elder Scrolls, and I want to give them options in products that they choose to play. And if they choose to play a product that I cover, at least I can provide information about that product, the pros and the cons. And that's what I want to do. So I'm not saying that my fan base should not, whatever. I'm just saying I want to be a person who has a broader view, because I stuck to Elder Scrolls. I saw Elder Scrolls as being a game that could fit so many players, and it still can. But at the end of the day, I realized there is no perfect product, and even in my standards, and there should be options for the players who do wish to pursue something else. Because I wanted to pursue something else, so I know there are other players out there that have the same feelings. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give players options, as always, and how to progress in whatever product they choose, if I'm playing that product, and if I'm that content creator that can help them in that product. At the end of the day, that's all I want, and I want open-minded people like that to be, who want to watch me and say, hey, man, I like this product, I like that product. And one thing I like about my community, and like you said, Turbo, there's other games out there. We have Battlefield, we have Pantheon, we have R2 coming down. So a lot of games out there to pick from. Question of it is, what are the pros and cons of each of those products? So, and are you a player? Is that your cup of tea? So that's the question. So once again, I want to thank everybody, man. Thank you for all my real fan support, the ones who have stuck by me and continue to stick by me throughout whatever I'm covering. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. You guys are the foundation, and like I said, I will continue to play Elder Scrolls, but whether or not I stick directly to that specific content becomes questionable, depending on Zos's future direction. So once again, thank you guys. I'm Mr. Craven. This is Mystics MMOs, and as always, thank you, and have a nice day.